The Burlington Rural Fire Department will be expanding its training facility soon, and they received some financial support from the community to get the job done. Fire Chief Carter Lessman says 28 volunteer firefighters currently train in spaces that are tight, so they'll be expanding their training tower. He says it'll also open up space for the different types of trucks they use on calls. They recently received $66,000 for the project from various grants and donations. Lessman also says local businesses have offered to help through their time, discounted rates, or their services.
We don't want to tax the residents. We don't want to do that. We want to seek out ourselves and try and get everything we can.
He says they'll begin the groundwork on adding the facility next week.